Hi, my name is Harry Waters, and I am a former television editor. I worked on The Voice and Shark Tank and quite a few others, about 30 other television shows. And I've written a nonfiction book about how to write, how to create stories, and how to assemble stories in a way that audiences will enjoy them. It has to do with like the purpose of stories and why audiences respond to them, and also why gatekeepers like publishers and movie and television executives decide to move forward with projects which are extremely risky. And so I have a little bit of experience with both story and writing, but the bulk of my experience is in television editing. I transitioned from journalism to television editing early in my career, so I've worked at a couple newspapers as well, and graduated from Michigan State University with a English literature degree. The purpose of this set of videos, this course, is to, I'm in the process of becoming a fiction writer. And this is very valuable information in real time that I'll be delivering in these videos regarding not just the content, the structure, story structure, and the mechanics of story, but also the life bread of story. And that's really the heart of where great stories come from. And the difference is that, most writing teachers and successful novelists are looking back in time and trying to reconstruct what it felt like to be a new author, and also trying to figure out what it was that made them successful. This course is actually going to document exactly what is making me successful and what's not. It's just as much about what I'm doing wrong, which is never covered, as it is about what I'm doing right, which is, what is mainly covered. So I'll try to skew the content more towards what I'm doing wrong because nobody ever hears about that. And those failures, and you hear stories about how many uh, times an author had to submit in order to become successful, and those are valuable, but they're a dime a dozen. What this is going to be about is what it feels like, and how do you overcome the doubt and the emotion, in addition to the mechanics of what is the most vital thing for me personally. And I think that's going to provide insights to new writers in the process of becoming successful. And that's why I'm documenting this process. It's a humiliating process of, kind of dicing up what is working and what's not. And the ultimate goal being that I'm not only doing this for other people, I also want to like document it for my own purposes, because it's, I think it's valuable to revisit the youthful passion. I'm not, a young person. I'm 52, but I'm young in my writing career, my fiction writing career. So I'm very enthusiastic, and I'm bursting at the seams to actually make this a success. But the process of overcoming the emotions, the real hard emotions of doubt and feeling like a fraud. And I'm going through that right now. And so I want other people to know that it's not as distant a career choice, because I would have liked to hear that from somebody when I was young. And I know I'm going to make this a success because I've made other more difficult choices in my life, and I've been a success at that. So, but I know in my heart, I'm a writer. If you know that in your heart you're a writer, a fiction writer, then you shouldn't let anything stand in your way. There's, it's been the scariest thing in my life to like actually sit down and do. But I'm doing it now, and it's not easy. I'll tell you that. And so this course is about what's making it not easy and how to overcome those elements in your life. So, with that, I will end this introduction and begin the actual content of, where do we begin in the first place? Everyone says just right, but that's not actually, all that helpful to some people. Writing as a practice every day is useful. However, what are you going to write? And how is that going to interact with the world? You want to know before you get started what's valuable to other people. And so when you share that content, it's going to resonate, and it's going to resonate as much as you're capable, as much as you can project, as much feeling as you can um, artistically put down on the page, so that when the reader picks it up, they can feel it. And that's most important. A lot of writers get started kind of selfishly, honestly, as a practice of that's more about themselves than about other people. But writing is about, to me, writing is about generosity, it's about gratitude, and it's about giving back. And in that process, you learn a lot about yourself. And that's what's in it for me. And I think most authors, most successful authors, would say something similar, that what writing has provided them in their life is invaluable, like, priceless. Can't put a value on it. And so with that, let's get started in creating a writing career together.